Good afternoon, everyone. The crowd being small, this is a regular city council meeting for the city of Rockport for Tuesday, June the 11th, 2024. It is at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, which is different. It's good to have you here. Would you all please stand with us while we do the Pledge of Allegiance led by Councilman Anderson.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic which stands one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. As a little bit of a change, you may find that there are directions related to citizens to be heard and other things on the cover sheet for the agenda that is at the back. And so if you've had an opportunity to read those, since there's nobody here that looks like they really want to talk about anything that wasn't already planned, well, I'm going to figure that nobody needed to read it this time. First thing on the agenda is consent agenda. I do have, before we do that, I do have one thing from a gentleman here that called this in earlier. This comes from Mr. Ryan Ayers, that is A-Y-R-E-S, who lives at 125 Lamar Drive in Rockport. He says that he is requesting a CUP to construct a storage shop for material and equipment to construct a house at 2026 when he retires. There's no other information there. It is in the meeting. Consent agenda. Following items may be acted upon in a single motion. No separate discussion or action on any of these items will be held unless pulled at the request of a member of the city council. Do we have any requests to remove either of these items? If not, do I have a motion?
Make a motion to approve the consent agenda.
I have a motion. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
I have a motion and a second. Any further question? If not, we'll call for a vote. Ward 1?
Aye.
Ward 2?
Aye.
Ward 3?
Aye.
Ward 4?
Aye.
Mayor, aye. And having read those names out and had the roll call, we have established a quorum, which I did not do a minute ago, but all 5 folks are here. Next item on the agenda, number 3, consider the approval on second and final reading of ordinance 1935, amending Code of Ordinances, Chapter 94, Taxation, Article 4, Hotel Occupancy Tax, to add 2 additional Texas Tax Code uses categories, repealing all ordinances in conflict therewith, providing for severability, providing an effective date. Ms. Goodwin.
Changes since the first reading. But I did want to remind y'all and everyone watching that the deadline for submitting an application is this Thursday at 5 o'clock.
Okay, thank you. Any questions, council?
Can we do another blast on the page or on Facebook or something like that, just to make sure everybody knows about the.
You can do that.
Any other question?
I move to approve item 3 is presented.
I have a motion to approve. Do I have a second?
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Any further question? Now we'll call for a vote. Ward 1?
Aye.
Ward 2?
Aye.
Ward 3?
Aye.
Ward 4?
Aye.
Mayor, aye. It's unanimous and passes. Item number 4, consider approval on second and final reading of ordinance 1936, amending ordinance number 1932, which amended the 23-24 budget beginning October 1st, 2023 and ending September 30th, 2024, repealing all prior ordinances in conflict herewith, providing for publication, providing an effective date. This is an amount of $2,322.65 for police department training account. Mr. Sherrill, any changes?
No change.
We have no changes. Do you have questions, council?
Move to approve item 4 is presented.
I have a motion. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
I have a motion and a second. Any further question? Call for a vote. Ward 1?
Aye.
Ward 2?
Aye.
Ward 3?
Aye.
Ward 4?
Aye.
Mayor, aye. Unanimous. Item number 5, consider approval of resolution 2024-11R, finding that AEP Texas Inc.'s requested increase to its electric transmission and distribution rates and charges within the city should be denied, finding that the city's reasonable rate case expenses shall be reimbursed by the company, finding that the meeting at which the resolution is passed is open and the public is required by law, requiring reimbursement of city rate case expenses, finding that the meeting at which this resolution is passed is open to the public is required by law, requiring notice of this resolution to the company and legal counsel. Mr. Sorrell.
Thank you. Good evening or afternoon. This is a follow-up. This is where AEP, originally where AEP wanted to increase system-wide distribution rates by over 13% and system-wide transmission rates by over 9.2%. We, on the 12th, we agreed to send in a resolution saying that we wanted to basically try to stay that rate increase for 90 days. While Goslink did their studies and seeing if they could intervene more so, it does not appear that they've been successful in that. And at this time, we're asking to agree to a resolution saying that their rates are considered unreasonable.
Okay. Questions, council?
I move to approve item 5 as presented.
I have a motion. Do I have a second? I have a second. Motion and a second. Any further question? Not, we'll call for a vote. Ward 1?
Aye.
Ward 2?
Aye.
Ward 3?
Aye.
Ward 4?
Aye.
Mayor, aye. Approved, unanimous. Item number 6, consider request from the Tree and Landscape Committee utilize funds from the Tree Preservation and Mitigation Account for the lease of billboards to educate citizens as to the tree ordinances of the city of Rockport, town of Fulton, Aransas County, for an expenditure of $12,300. Ms. Deaker.
Good evening. So the Tree and Landscape Committee have been doing some research on some billboards to enlighten folks coming and going that we have a tree ordinance. And in doing so, we want to include the county's logo and the town of Fulton, that we all have tree ordinances. Now, we started doing this last year, but the question came up, could we actually advertise for the county and the town of Fulton? Well, they've since given us their written permission and they're good with it. The very last picture, I think I've already shown you this, is what our billboard would look like. It's a what? Yeah, okay. That's what it will be. And there are 3 locations that we've chosen. I think that's also described in here. Billboard number 237 is out there across from Sand Dollar Resort on 35. Billboard 212 is, it's south of Loop 70 on Old 35. So, and that's a good spot too. And 764 is out there on the bypass. We also, if we do the 3, we get a 10% discount throughout the year. So we're requesting the $12,300 because that's the actual cost of the contracts, but then we'll get a credit back of $1,230. So we'll actually spend $1,170.
Okay. Questions?
Did I forget anything?
No, I think I'll just make a comment. So the tree committee has been working on this for over a year now, and I think it's just finally coming to happen. It's really important to them to have this billboard up so people know that we actually have an ordinance, and we have developers come in here and they're like, hey, all right, we don't want to really cut these trees down. So again, it is, the whole committee, I think, agrees on it. They're very passionate about it, so I'm hoping. And we did research on the billboards. There's only 4 available. The 4th one was a ridiculous amount, so we get more for our buck for these 3 than the one of it individually. So I just wanted to kind of put that out there, but yeah, I think that's pretty much it. We're ready to get it done. We'll get it up there. I still say we can put Shelley. Might hear something. Not you, Shelley. The other Shelley.
We need a motion to
I
approve
make
the
a
request.
motion to approve this agenda item.
Have a motion, have a second?
I'll second.
I have a motion and a second. Any further question? Now we'll call for a vote. Ward 1?
Aye.
Ward 2?
Aye.
Ward 3?
Aye.
Ward 4?
Aye.
Mayor, aye, it's unanimous. Item number 7, discussion, consideration, and action regarding a request for an expenditure from the Tree Mitigation Fund in the amount of $856 for the purpose of purchasing 2 Hagel of Mantis black 950 millimeter calipers and 2 DBH tapes for the code enforcement to measure trees more accurately.
This is a request by code enforcement, and we'd like to help them out. The calipers are an actual piece of equipment that they can use to measure the big trees, and then the tape will go all the way around. The tape is actually almost 20 feet, so we could measure really big trees with it. So, and this expenditure is $856.
All right. Questions, council?
Do any expenditures out of the tree fund have to come to us?
At this point, yes, and we,
She's gonna put in a threshold that they can spend on their own, so you don't have to see everything.
Okay,
But as of right now, no.
that's fine, I was just wondering,
Yeah.
you gotta go buy some pens and papers and.
yes,
All right.
we'd like to have a threshold, like she says, not have to keep coming to you for small stuff.
Other questions?
Make a motion to approve agenda item number 7.
I have a motion. I have a second.
I'll second.
I have a motion and a second. Further question? Call for a vote. Ward 1,
Aye.
Ward 2,
Aye.
Ward 3,
Aye.
Ward 4.
Aye.
Mayor, aye. It's unanimous. All right. Item number 8, city manager update.
We have 2 new things coming out for you guys. One of them is our agenda management software. Everybody will be able to just put their agenda items in, and there won't be any real compilation of a packet. It'll compile itself. You'll log into the software. You'll get your packet and see all of your items right there. We won't send it out or anything. Of course, if you want a printed copy, we'll still accommodate that. The other thing we're gonna do is Shelley actually has started a Teams group where we'll be putting in our monthly departmental updates. I know you guys have been receiving some statistics from each department, but we're looking to put some more meaningful measures in there, and then we'll put that out on the website, and hopefully it'll be done by the second meeting in each month. So be looking for those 2 new things.
All right.
That's
Reports
it.
from council.
I have nothing to report, it's fine.
Nothing for Ward 2 today. Ditto.
I always have something. No, I just want to kind of invite the public or anyone that's really interested. Tomorrow we're doing another sea bass, which is the coastal bend of stormwater. Gosh, it's a long one. I can't remember. A lance or something. And so basically what it is we're having these meet and greets. It's free. It's at the Fairfield. It starts at 5:30, and tomorrow is going to be about developers talking with y'all and then with the other side of it, what we're looking for when developers are coming in. So we just would like to invite anyone that wants to come and kind of talk about it, especially city employees, if you're all interested.
I have nothing to report. City Council will recess its open meeting and reconvene in executive session pursuant to Texas Government Code Section 551.071, consultations with attorney to seek the advice of attorney about pending or contemplated litigation or settlement offer on a matter in which the duty of the attorney of the governmental body under the Texas Disciplinary Rules of Professional Conduct of the State Bar of Texas clearly conflicts with this chapter. Later, number 1, City Hall. Number 2, Concho Street General Land Office, GLO drainage projects. Number 3, Data Pro settlement. It is 4:14 and we're in executive session. It is 4:44 and we are back in regular
Motion to
session.
adjourn.
Have a motion to adjourn. We're adjourned.
You are so close.